got no tickets to the show. You should call the fire marshal, cause I want all the. Hello? Dial 911. No time for the fakers. Courtside at the Lakers. She said 20, this a hit. Girl, you know that's every time I link with him. Make a ice on my arm. Feel like a storm. We make 30,000 in these sweats. 20 up next, that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detective. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG.
We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. And Jay, these guys are ready to battle.
And when you look down on the court, you see their eyes, that burning passion to play this game. Intensity is going to be off the charts. This is why you play the game. Let's go check it out.
There's nothing like the pressure, the tension, the feeling before the tip. The Hawks control the tap. Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter. Five seconds to shoot. And Jay, they call the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Harden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To the rim. Flushes down the slam.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
Trae Young. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Sets him up. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Deep two there. Won't go. To Harden.
Oh, you guarding me? Please give me the ball. Please give me the ball.
Gets it in the right corner. To Harden. And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Nothing going here on that drive. To P.J. Tucker. Now a steal by Atlanta. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Taurean Prince has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Harden looking for his man. Eric Gordon sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Here's Atlanta. Trae Young. Driving right to the basket. Trying to cash in. Shot for Collins, no good. Harden in possession. They trail by 2. To Paul. Throws it up. Trae Young. Clint Capella tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Prince, Capella's on him. And the rebound pulled in by Capella. Fareed to Capella. Knocked loose. Hawks come up with it. Missed a wide open look.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now. To Harden. Tosses. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Austin Rivers. Fareed. Knocked loose. Hawks have it. They've got it in the open floor. Great dish to set it up. 4-3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that. That was nice.
Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out. Gerald Green swats it. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Vince Carter. Nice pass to get things going.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
James Harden missed his first. That one goes.
Nasty. You better remember his number and not let that happen again.
It's the Hawks with the basketball. Trae Young. Prince matched up with Gerald Green. To Trae Young. Has a chance. And that's rebounded by Houston. Rivers to bring it into the front court. down 5. Flushes down the slam.
You gotta guard somebody.
Long key from three-quarters court. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Hawks with the lead. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. To Kevin Huerter. Fires the three. Drills the three.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Harden. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. Nene goes to the right side. To Harden. James Harden. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
Knocked loose. Paul. Five on the shot clock. Paul. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket. So this remains Hawks basketball. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. For 3, Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot. To Paul. Fires the 3. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Bembry sizing up Eric Gordon. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Harden with it up top. Leads a bucket. To Paul. There's the toss. To Trae Young. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
James Harden. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Entering the game, number 3.
Count it.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Here comes the screen. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Austin Rivers. To Gerald Green. Pass to the rim. Nene. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound comes down to Collins. To Trae Young. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Gerald Green. Nene. Over to the right side. Shot clock to 4 for Houston.
Back door coming, back door coming.
Austin Rivers. 24-second violation. Kenneth Faried with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Gerald Green. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
No, I missed a short one there. Green with the basketball. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Nene. To Rivers. Gerald Green lobs it up. Now a steal by Atlanta. And the rebound comes down to the Rockets. First half comes to an end. The Rockets with the lead.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Rockets have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Hawks are in need of some changes at the half.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Bench points.
The Atlanta Hawks had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
James Harden was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
To P.J. Tucker. To Harden. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Nothing going here on that drive. To P.J. Tucker. Deep right corner. To P.J. Tucker. To the rim. Capella. Paul. Short jumper stays out. Deep left corner. From long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Capella. Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Capella sets him up. to Kevin Herter. And draws the foul.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Kevin Herter at the line. And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Paul to Harden. Looking for his man. That pass stolen by the Hawks. From the painted area, won't go down. Tucker. To Harden. Throws it up. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Trae Young. Prince takes on Eric Gordon. The drive right to the basket. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Harden to Paul. Harden tosses. Love the hustle. Sprawled down on the deck. To Carter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Harden. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Fareed. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
It's Rockets ball. Paul to Fareed. Takes stock of the floor. Paul, there's the toss. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
To Carter.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Prince guarded by Nene. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Clint Capella rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Turns and slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
To Fareed. Harden. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Trae Young. To Carter. Dwayne Dedmon with the 2.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. To Gerald Green. Pass to the rim. Now a steal by Atlanta. Vince Carter in the painted area. Good luck.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Layup goes down. Well done. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Rockets in front. Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Beyond the arc for 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
And Capella able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win a championship.
Substitution being made in this one. Paul lobs it up. Hawks with the basketball. Screen coming. Trae Young. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Throws it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
I got ball.
Deep two there, won't go. Paul with it up top. Leads 4. To the rim. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Pick.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Vince Carter to Kevin Huerter. Trae Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound's grabbed by Fareed. To Paul. Goes reverse to lay it in. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Nice finish at the rim.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Carter. Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter.
Big pick right there.
4-3. Rebound taken in by Paul. Harden to Paul. Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot.
I got him. Trap. Got him.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Five to shoot for Atlanta. To Kevin Huerter. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Gordon with it. Lead is 12. You've got to get that one to go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Prince against Gordon. Knocked loose. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Knocked loose. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Kenneth Fareed. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Trae Young. Gets it in the right corner. For three. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Capella. To Paul. Sets him up. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Looking for his man. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Harden to Paul. Throws it up. And he finishes at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Lays it up and in.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
And he hits.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Rockets come up with it. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
With the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets
We're merciless in this game.
They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets. The Hawks are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Assists.
The Houston Rockets
Played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
James Harden gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.